Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 7:54 p.m. You know what I mean? May 28th, 2025. And the upload time is 11:30 p.m. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it. You know, I was deciding to see what I wanted to do for the night. Now, I mean, I didn't know if I wanted to make another video because it's, you know, it's raining. It's not raining hard like it was earlier. It's drizzling shit. You know what I mean? I'm walking around with my umbrella. Umbrella, hey, hey, hey. You got an umbrella. I love that. I miss that version of Rihanna, boy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come here, man. You know, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I mean, I had the what ifs and shit, which I have to do also. I definitely have to do another what if. But I want to talk about something that I seen early today. And you know, it's from this guy, and I actually posted this on my YouTube post too. And I actually had to agree with him strongly. I feel like there's going to be possibly a big name or two or three that's going to unexpectedly leave AEW and go to WWE. There's something going on in All Elite Wrestling. I don't know what it is. Like, you know, that company lets you know that there's no life is there. There isn't. There's clearly no life is in All Elite Wrestling. There isn't. You know what I mean? And I think with what we're seeing with AEW and, you know, the people who wants to leave and the people who's on, you know, I was going to say on crack, the people who is still under contract and not being used, you know, I got a feeling. I just got a feeling that there's going to be some big names leaving. You know what I mean? Like unexpectedly, because this happens all the time. Like, again, there's something going on in All Elite Wrestling. And you know what? JD from New York said something today that I didn't even think about. And when, you know, he made a video today about, you know, the whole Hangman Page and Will Ospreay fiasco, where neither of them, you know, want to be in the main event of All In, right? To face Jon Moxley. He said something that I didn't even think about. And I was like, yo, he had a good fucking point. You know, he mentioned how a reason why neither of them did not want to lose to each other, to lose to one another, is because they know that the outcome is going to be Jon Moxley retaining at All In. I was like, you know what? I think that's a great fucking point. I think that's a terrific point. You know, but again, I think somebody's going to be leaving AEW. I think one or two names. We're talking about big names. We're talking about big names. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, every few years we've seen this. Now, I mean, we've seen this. But we're talking about like big names. I just gotta. And you know what? I think it's going to happen too. I think it's going to fucking happen as well, because that's a mismanaged company there. AEW is a mismanaged place. It is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like there's no structure there. When you have no structure in that company, right, you're bound to fall. You know, you're bound to fucking fall. You know, and I don't know. I just feel like what we're seeing now, you know, like, I think that not only people are waiting to bail, but, you know, I think, you know, because it also goes from the top too. It does. And when the person put that out, one person I was thinking about, right? Because he said, you know, a major name, right? One person I was strongly thinking about, and I'm still thinking about this person, is Kenny Omega. I think he's like, because again, you could see in his body language that he's like, I don't want to be there. You know what I mean? I don't want to be there. Like, look at the shit they got him. He's not even a major factor in, you know, in storylines. I mean, he had Anarchy in the Arena, and he's going to be facing, you know, Okada's cheese, you know, at All In, more than likely, right? But what the fuck is, you know, what the fuck is he, you know, what the fuck is he really doing? Like, he went down all the way to the Continental Championship. Really? Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I sense something that's going to happen. I could feel something's going to happen because again, everything all has to do with one Tony Khan. You know what I mean? And we see a lot of what's going on. Like, AEW now, like it's a complete shell of its former self. It's a complete shell. It's in 2025. Like it just doesn't rock. It just doesn't rock. And I feel like with the company, I feel like the changes are definitely going to happen up on top because the more people, and I said this before, the more people they keep bringing in, right? The more people are not going to be used, the more people are going to want out. And there's a list of people that is going to want out. Now, I mean, they're not being used at all. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not, they are not in a space where they have TV time and everything. And it's like, well, what is the point of, what is the point of having these people in the company if you're not even going to be using these people, right? But it's mostly with the top because the top pause makes more noise than anything else, right? And there are people in the top, right, that could potentially, wind up leaving. I mean, another person that I could think too, believe it or not, Chris Jericho. We have not seen Chris Jericho since he lost the ROH championship. He's still under contract with AEW, right? He's still under a deal with he still has a contract sheet with AEW, right? I would not be shocked if he goes back to WWE. I would not be shocked. The thing is, would WWE want him back? I mean, I think because the AEW feud, yeah. I think they would kindly bring him back. I mean, look, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And who knows? Jon Moxley. That's another one too. That's another one I thought about too. Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley, basically, again, what the fuck can you do with him after this whole Death Rider storyline thing is over? What can you do with him? You can't do shit with Jon Moxley. At this point, you can't. There's nothing else after. There's nothing. There's basically fucking nothing. Now, I mean, it's legit double or nothing with Jon Moxley. That's why I think he's gonna hold off. He's gonna hold on and being AEW champion right after All In, and that's just my personal opinion. He's more than likely gonna drop it to Darby Allin at Wrestle Dream, But I also have a feeling, like I said, that someone big is going to leave unexpectedly, especially in the top. A major name, and I just said that major name, or it could be two. It could be two. It could be two or three. It's a possibility. It's not going to be like WCW '96. I mean WWE '96, where they signed, major names. Like they had like 9 to 10 major names from WCW in their company, right? It's not going to be like that with two of the major names being Ron Simmons and Vader. It's not going to be like that. But I sense that we're going to see a change, a big fucking change, coming soon. I just got a feeling. And it's going to happen unexpectedly and unknowingly. That's why I think it's going to take place. You know what I mean? But I'm about to be out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I definitely will be coming with some vids tomorrow. Now, I mean, tomorrow I got work. No, I said, say work. I ain't got no work. I don't work until Friday. You know what I mean? But I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. All right? Peace.